Good evening, everyone. Legislative Day number 5 will now come to order. Councilman Young, we generally pause for a moment of silent meditation, and Councilman Young had a pretty horrific tragedy in his district on Friday, and I know he wanted to say a few words.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On Friday evening, a unfortunate incident happened with two private contractors in Catonsville when a retaining wall to a home collapsed into a trench that was being worked on by two of the workers. Thanks to the professionalism and swift action of the folks at Engine 4 in Catonsville. Unfortunately, 2 members died, but the firefighters were there quick to realize the severity of the situation and got help from Baltimore City and Howard County with our articulation agreements, as well as making sure the BG was notified since there was a power line down, as well as water being funneled into the trench. But with their help, they were able to secure the situation and recover the 2 men. But unfortunately, they perished and wanted to take it when it was appropriate, Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Marks.
Thank you. I also want to note the passing of Don Slowinski, who was the president of Essex Community College, very active in our Baltimore County, passed, I believe, in February.
We actually also had the speaker son, Brandon Jones, who was an employee of the county, worked for the Department of Corrections, died unexpectedly at a very young age. So the speaker's gone through a lot as well. So if we keep all of these people in our thoughts, and we'll have a quick moment of silent meditation. Okay, thank you. Councilman Marks, do you want to lead us in the pledge, please? Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Wait. Bringing in the tree.
Councilman Ketch had a little delayed response there.
Bring it in the rear.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the journal for the, by the way, we have Councilman Ketch online and Councilman Crandall online, both all dressed up for the meeting. And I believe Councilman Jones is about to join us, it looks like. He was either on his way or not sure. Is there a motion to approve the journal for the meeting of February 18th?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Journal is approved. There are no bills to be enrolled this evening. Mr. Secretary, will you now read all bills for introduction?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, there are 3 bills for introduction this evening. First is Bill 17-25, sponsored by Councilman Catch, Government Reorganization, Division of Agriculture. Bill 18-25, sponsored by Councilman Marks, Zoning Regulations, Solar Facilities. And Bill 19-25, Council Members Marks, Catch, Ertel, Patoka, and Crandall, County Charter, Baltimore County Farmland Preservation Act.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We have a reappointment up first to the Baltimore County Planning Board. Mr. Stephen Heinel. Mr. Heinel gave testimony at our work session. I don't know if Mr. Heinel's, oh, there he is. Mr. Heinel, did you want to come up? Absolutely. Good having you again tonight. Do we have any questions or comments from the members for Mr. Heinel? Mr. Heinel, did you want to say any? I know, like you said, you were here at the work session, but if you wanted to say a few words.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. Just wanted to say thank you guys for considering me again for reappointment to the Baltimore County Planning Board. It is an honor to do the work of Baltimore County. We have a lot of people who are looking for places to live, who want to come to Baltimore County. And as a member of the Baltimore County Planning Board, I do find it important to look to redevelop our areas where we have the infrastructure in place, protect our rural areas, and to continue doing what we can as planning board members to listen to the community about what their wants and needs are. So thank you guys for the reconsideration, and I do look forward to your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Young, did you?
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Steve, it's been a pleasure getting to know you over the years. I think you bring a refreshing perspective and wealth of information to the role. I know you've been an asset for the time you've been there. It only makes sense that you continue your work and provide that same sort of mentality and perspective to the rest of the planning board, and look forward to casting my vote in favor of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. Councilman Marks? No? Councilman Patoka?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Heinel, I want to thank you for your service on the planning board. Mr. Heinel, you've been an active member, resident in the 2nd District. You actually worked in the 2nd District Council office for a previous council member, so I just want to thank you for what you do and for your contributions to the residents of the 2nd District of Baltimore County.
Thank you.
Councilman Jones?
Yes, Mr. Heinel, again, I fully support your nomination on you for quite some time.
Thank you, Councilman.
Uh-oh, he froze. I guess we'll wait a second, see if Councilman Jones comes back.
Mr. Phillips, we have a problem.
There he
in the
is.
reporter room.
Uh-oh.
So much for willing to step up and take on this task. The planning board is a very important job. And everything that I know about you throughout the years that I've known you, you've been a very hardworking, dedicated, decent person. And I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job. So it is my honor to thank you for stepping up and to support your nomination.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Is there any other comments, questions? None? Is there a motion to approve the appointment?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the appointment of Mr. Heinel.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Okay, appointment. The appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Mr. Heinel.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stepping up again. Absolutely. Have a great night. All right, so next we have the appointment of a councilmanic redistricting commission person, Michelle Davis, and Councilman Young had a few words to say about, Councilman Young, I'll just let you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Unfortunately, the District 1 appointee, Ms. Rotunda Tate Duffy, encountered a medical situation in which she will no longer be able to continue in that role. So this was brought to our attention 2 weeks ago. We immediately started looking for a replacement, and in that time engaged with Dr. Michelle Davis, who has been an active member of the community and part of the District 1 network of just active community members in the Parkview Trails neighborhood for years, and in her willingness to serve and also her experience in the district. She's a natural person to take over. She's been a joy to work for in the past, and I think she'll only bring a refreshing perspective to the Redistricting Commission and take up the work that's necessary now that we have the District 1 person has not been able to serve in the last 2 meetings. So Mr. Chairman, if I could just pass it to Ms.
Yes, thank you, Councilman Young. Ms. Davis, did you want to say a few words about yourself? And we appreciate your willingness to serve, and it's a very important commission, and love to hear from you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much and good evening to all. I first want to thank Councilman Young for the opportunity to serve the county and to serve with the redistricting commission. And to the messaging that Councilman Young has shared, I have lived in District 1 for 26 years. I've served our local HOA board, executive boards in various capacities, as well as other community service initiatives and events. And so I just believe that if there's ever an opportunity that one can seize to step up to be a voice, a breath of fresh air, a lending hand, lead out front type of a person, that it's an opportunity that should be seized when it is presented. And so I am looking forward, obviously, if you all are in agreement, to working with the redistricting commission that I actually met the members on last week. And I believe in, I guess, the diversity and just the level of detail and information that I got to witness and play on last week. So I'm up for the challenge, and I look forward to supporting the greater needs of our Baltimore County from a District 1 seat.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Are there questions from the members?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilman Young.
Under the circumstances, as this was an emergency appointment, and after confirming with Secretary Boswick that while appointments are our responsibility in terms of a process in which to appoint them, we generally provide 2 meetings, but there's nothing in the rules to provide it. I would ask if the other members would entertain a vote tonight on Dr. Davis so that we can have a representative from District 1 immediately on the redistricting commission that's already started its work.
And Council Secretary, we don't have to vote on that, right? It's just.
No, sir. Point of privilege, with Mr. Young.
Yes. And I think we all agree that, the commission's already started their work, and the sooner we can get Ms. Davis plugged in to the commission, the better. So
In fact, I think Dr. Davis.
We all agree that we need to vote on this tonight.
And I think Dr. Davis ought to be commended as well, because she mentioned she was at our she was at our last meeting last week prior to even being confirmed, understanding the gravity of this and the importance of the commission. And so she could kind of hit the ground running before she even got running. So we really appreciate that.
Even better to make her official.
Without objection, a motion to approve Dr. Davis as the appointee to District 1.
Just a point of order, Mr. Secretary, do we need to vote to suspend the rules on this?
We do not, Mr. Patoka.
I'll second the nomination.
Okay.
Motion.
Councilman Young motioned. Okay, second. We have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, can you call the roll on the appointment of Dr. Michelle Davis?
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Okay. Appointment is confirmed. Congratulations, Dr. Davis.
Everyone.
It's good to have you on officially.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you.
And we have things are moving quickly. We have another meeting this Thursday, March the 6th, the next public meeting of the commission. So it's moving.
Good.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Davis. We will now move on to final reading and vote of bills. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
Mr. Chairman, the first item on the agenda was Bill 3-25. That bill was withdrawn at the request of the administration prior to this evening's meeting. The next bill would be Bill 4-25, Current Expense Budget Specialized Transportation Service.
Okay, and this is Ms. Buckler. Do we need Ms. Buckler to come up, or does anyone have?
It's up to you, the council members, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Buckler, did you have anything new that, okay, so we'll, unless anyone has objections or questions for Ms. Buckler, is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 425.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall? Aye. Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Okay, Bill 425 passes. Thank you for being here so long tonight, Director Buckler. Next up is Bill 525. Secretary, sorry.
Yes, sir. Bill 5-25, Current Expense Budget, Maryland Opioid Restitution Funding, FY 2025.
Okay, and this is Captain Wenzel from the Baltimore County Fire Department, and she testified at our work session on this. Did you? Okay. Hold that point. Does anyone have questions for Fire Department on this? So do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, can you please call the roll on Bill 525?
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Okay, bill passes. Thank you so much. Now we have Bill 625. This is Assistant Chief Ebert. Chief Ebert had testified at the work session. We had work session last week. There were no questions. Does anyone have any questions? We don't need to bring Chief Ebert up. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Excuse me.
Oh, there's an amendment.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
it's a technical amendment, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, do you want to read the amendment, just so we have that in the record?
Yes, sir. Again, a technical amendment on page 1 of the bill in the second line of the purpose paragraph, striking the word state and substituting federal. Also in the purpose paragraph, the third line, and in the first line of the first whereas clause, striking Maryland HART-EMAC and substituting Maryland Department of Emergency Management. And then in the second line of the first whereas clause, striking state and again substituting federal. And then finally, the amount is changed on page 2, line 5. Well, actually, again, striking state and substituting federal. And then in line 7 on page 2, striking $23,825 and substituting $34,932.
Okay. So do I need to read that again? So is there a motion to approve the amendment?
Correct.
Okay.
Move the amendment.
Is there a second? Okay. So, Mr. Secretary, can you please call the roll on the amendment to Bill 625?
Yes, sir. Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Okay. Amendment passes. Are there any questions or comments from the members at this point? Is there a motion?
Move the bills amended.
Okay.
Second.
Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 625 as amended.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Okay. Bill passes as amended. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Bill 7-25, Current Expense Budget, a Corrections Grant, MOOR-ORF.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from the members on Bill 725? I know Director Pesterfield's here. He testified extensively at least one work session on this, and I know there weren't any questions last week. Any questions tonight? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second? I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 725.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall? Aye. Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Okay, Bill 725 passes.
Just a quick housekeeping. I think I mentioned it at the work session. The next bill on our agenda, Bill 11-25, was withdrawn prior to this evening's meeting.
Sorry. The council will now consider all fiscal matters. Extensive testimony was taken at the council's work session on February 25th, 2025. The witnesses who testified at the work session are available to restate their testimony if needed. I will now call upon the secretary to read the cover letter for fiscal matters 1 and 2. Fiscal matter 3 was withdrawn prior to this meeting.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Fiscal matter 1 is 3 amendments to contracts for construction inspection services, and fiscal matter 2 is 4 contracts for evaluation services of grant programs.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments from the members on the fiscal matters?
Motion.
Okay, motion to, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Please, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on fiscal matters 1 and 2.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Marks? Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Okay. All right, fiscal matters 1 and 2 are approved. Mr. Secretary, can you read fiscal matter 4?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Fiscal matter 4 was a late addition to the agenda. It is amendment number 3 to agreement with McGuire Woods LLP for legal services.
And I know,
And there is a note that was prepared by the auditor's office that is at the dais with each of you tonight.
Mr. James, or
Yes,
Mr.
good
Benjamin,
afternoon.
sorry.
No problem. Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the council. The administration is requesting approval of a third amendment to a contract with McGuire Woods LLP, who is currently serving as outside counsel for the county with respect to litigation currently in the U.S. District Court for the District Court of Maryland over a redistricting map issue. The parties are currently litigating the issue of fees, and the fee issue is what constitutes a prevailing party entitled to fees. Further action had been stayed pending resolution of the issue concerning fees before the U.S. Supreme Court in the case Lackey versus Stinney. This is because the Supreme Court's decision in Stinney would impact application of the fee issue for the parties in this particular matter. The contract commenced on January 3rd, 2022, and continues through the completion of litigation, including any and all appeals. Compensation currently may not exceed $975,000 for the entire contract term. Currently, I'm advised that $975,000 has been expended on the case. The Supreme Court's decision in the Stinney case came down last Tuesday. The district court ordered that a joint status report be filed by the parties by March 11th. There's also a distinct possibility that the parties may be required to file motions, memorandum of law, and other legal documents with the district court on the fees issue. Hence the reason why the administration is now making the request, as it's necessary to have McGuire Woods perform additional work on the matter to protect the county's interests while not running afoul of the charter's requirements. It's anticipated that legal services fees could increase by up to an additional $75,000 as a result of the proposed amendment, which would commence upon council approval, would increase the not to exceed sum to $1,050,000 for the contract term. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Mr. Benjamin? Is there a motion to approve? We have a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, Councilman Young, okay. Mr. Secretary, can you call the roll?
Yes, certainly. Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Okay, fiscal matter 4 passes or is approved. We will now consider the remainder of the miscellaneous business items. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Benjamin. Sorry to call you Mr. James.
That's fine, sir.
At least I didn't call you James Brown, right?
Mr. Chairman and members of the council, whenever a contract over $25,000 is awarded by a process other than formal competitive bid, it is required that a copy of the contract be given to the county council and the nature and parties to the contract be announced by the secretary at the next legislative session following the award of the contract. There are 3 such agreements to be read this evening. The first is a supplier contract with Verizon Communications Incorporated. This is for the purchase of the yearly application for services, or AFS agreement, from Verizon for the database, which contains automatic number information and automatic location information for the 911 center. 5-year estimated award total of $4,655,000. Next is a purchase order with Smith & Wesson Sales Company. This agreement documents the exchange of 189 Smith & Wesson patrol rifles for the same quantity of Smith & Wesson patrol rifles, which allows the county to return 189 older rifles and then purchase the same quantity of an upgraded rifle from that company. Award total of $27,405. And then finally, a supplier contract with UpToDate Incorporated. This is for the purchase of a subscription to the UpToDate Incorporated online medical database for the Department of Health and Human Services. 5-year estimated award total of $50,000.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Resolution 10-25. This resolution is sponsored by all council members and seeks approval for the adoption of the Baltimore County Landscape Manual.
And we have, Deputy Director Sally Nash is here, and we have an amendment on the resolution as well, I believe.
I think I can. Thanks.
Good evening, Ms. Nash. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Good evening, Sally Nash, Permits, Approvals, and Inspections.
So I know you gave testimony at the work session. Did we want to talk about the amendment, or did anyone have questions for Ms. Nash while she's, Councilman Patoka?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Ms. Nash, I just want to reiterate my interest. I think I discussed this during the work session of looking at creating greater aesthetics on the fencing around stormwater retention ponds and also the foliage around stormwater retention ponds to give it a better look so they don't look so damn ugly here in Baltimore County. However that can be incorporated, that's something I'd be very interested in.
All right, Director Goldwalda and I were discussing that today, and we'll be happy to take that up further with the Environmental Department and Planning Department to incorporate both the CMDP and the stormwater regs to look at that again.
Thank you, Ms. Nash. And just on a sidebar note, this afternoon I was getting some continuing education credits for AICP.
Good for you.
And we had it was the law credits. And so one of the, well, I wanted to share with you once I heard that they discussed Nolan versus the California Coastal Commission, which is a landmark case
Classic.
that you and I have discussed. It's a good one, Mr. Boswick, Mr. Phillips, and Mr. Benjamin. Nolan versus the California Coastal Commission. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Absolutely. Councilman Marks, did you have something? Okay. Mr. Secretary, do you want to read the amendment?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. It is an amendment being offered by Chairman Ertel to Resolution 10-25, seeking a modification of the landscape manual, specifically on page 7 in Part 2, under General Standards, Section A, Generation of Plant Quantities, in the table titled Native Plant Required Percentages. The amendment would strike the 50% number for native percentages and substitute 70%.
Is that one, and then we have,
And that'll be, then the others will be on the next resolution.
okay. Were there, so I had talked to a couple of different groups. Everybody felt like the native plants or native trees were readily available and felt like it should be a higher percentage. And I was kind of put that out there that I felt like 70% was still an easily attainable percentage to be able to plant versus 50%.
We had a lot of interest from native plant groups. We wanted to kind of start with baby steps because we don't currently have a native plant requirement. And we have heard from some landscape architects that it can be hard not to find native plants necessarily, but to find native plants that can meet the sometimes tough requirements of a site like a gas station. You know, it has to be a very hardy kind of plant. That being said, I'm sure we can work with the 70%, but I wanted to explain how we got to the 50% and just mention too that we are committed to updating these all of our manuals more often than they have been in the past. So we can always, if you decide to go with the 50%, we can always keep that in mind for a future amendment.
Okay. And when was the last time we did this? 25 years ago?
That's right.
So, okay. So it's been a long time coming. Are there any questions or concerns about the amendment? None? Is there a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, did you want to call the roll on the First Amendment?
Yes, sir. Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Jones, Mr. Marks, Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch.
Okay, amendment to Resolution 1025 passes. Was there another amendment? I think there was something about striking, or was that it?
That was it for the landscape manual.
Oh, there was open space as well.
Yes, sir.
And that's 1125.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, that's for sure.
Okay, so
Motion,
amendment passes, motion?
motion to move the resolution as amended.
Okay.
Second.
Second, Mr. Secretary, can you call the roll on Resolution 25 as amended?
Yes. Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Crandall.
Okay, Resolution 1025 as amended is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Resolution 11-25, also sponsored by all council members, seeking approval for the adoption of the Baltimore County Local Open Space Manual.
Okay, and there's an amendment to,
Yes, there are two amendments. It's one set with two items. The first item is related to page 2 in section 2 under goals and objectives. Within goal and objective 1D, it would strike when possible. And the context is residential open space goals and objectives. And currently it states, when possible, ensure that every resident has access to the residential open space within a 10-minute walk of their residence, to be accompanied in partnership with NeighborSpace of Baltimore County. Again, this amendment would strike when possible to this goal and objective, so that it would read simply ensure that every resident has access to the residential open space within a 10-minute walk of their residence, to be accomplished in partnership with NeighborSpace of Baltimore County. The second one is on page 6 in section 3, residential open space definitions and standards, and within paragraph D.1 in the second line, after proposed development site, it would strike preferably. And again, the context of that is, again, under residential open space requirements goals, it states residential open space may be met either on-site or off-site. Off-site residential open space land should be located in the same councilmanic district as the proposed development site, preferably in a location within proximity of the site and with some rational nexus to serve the community. So this would take out preferably, so that the goal and objective states that it is in a location within proximity of the site.
Okay, are there any questions about the amendment or concerns? Councilman Marks?
I think it's a good amendment.
Great, thank you.
And I'd like to be a co-sponsor of that amendment.
Thank you, sir. With that, is there a motion to approve the amendments for Resolution 1125?
So moved.
So moved.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, can you call the roll on the amendment for Resolution 1125?
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young, Mr. Patoka.
Aye.
Okay, the amendment passes. Are there any questions or comments from the members? Is there a motion to approve Resolution 1125 as amended?
So moved.
I'll second that. Mr. Secretary, can you call the roll on Resolution 1125 as amended?
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Marks, Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young.
Okay. Resolution 1125 passes and is approved. And I guess we'll move on to, thank you, Ms. Nash. Appreciate all your hard work on these. I know it was a lot of work and a long time coming, correct? All right, thank you.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Resolution 12-25, sponsored by Council Members Jones and Patoka, adoption of Reisterstown Streetscape Action Plan/Design Recommendations.
Okay, Councilman Jones, did you want to talk about the resolution?
Yes, again, I just want to thank the community members for all of their hard work and dedication on getting this resolution to where it is now. I want to thank the planning department who had some items that they needed taken care of, and the community was more than happy to do it. And I think this is the type of thing that will add more value to that community in terms of keeping the main street looking beautiful and keeping it in the time that it is presented right now. So I look forward to voting on the resolution, and hopefully I can get your support as well.
Is there any other comments, Councilman Patoka? Oh, Councilman Catch too, or?
I'd like to be a co-sponsor, and I'm happy that this resolution was introduced. And, when I represented the area, Main Street was beautiful. And I'm hoping that with this resolution, it'll be as nice looking as when I represented the area.
We just trying to build on what you did, Councilman.
Very good. And you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Councilman Patoka.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just want to say that Reisterstown is an outstanding community and deserves all of our support. The folks of Reisterstown, they're not spectators in their community. They're active participants. When there is something, a volunteer activity that comes up, no one in Reisterstown is shy about being part of the volunteer team. So I think any money that we spend, we as a county spend in Reisterstown, is money well spent because it's magnified manyfold because of the number of volunteer hours associated with that expenditure. So I fully support this resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Absolutely. Councilman Marks, did you have anything? Your mic's on.
Tempted to say that Reisterstown has many of the same wonderful qualities as Kingsville and Fork. It's a terrific community, and I applaud all those who have worked on this project.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 1225?
I'll move it.
Second,
All right, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Resolution 1225.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
aye.
Mr. Marks.
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 1225 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Resolution 13-25, sponsored by council members Marks, Patoka, Ertel, and Crandall, seeking approval for the review of the Greater Middle River Design Guidelines.
Councilman Marks.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my colleagues for co-sponsoring this resolution, which advances the formal evaluation of the Greater Middle River Design Guidelines. Thank you.
Okay. Any others? All right. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 1325?
So moved.
I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Resolution 1325.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall, Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka,
Aye.
Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones.
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 1325 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Resolution 14-25, sponsored by Councilman Marks. This resolution would approve the authorization of DPWT and the designation of certain areas for golf cart use.
Councilman Marks,
Thank you. This is kind of the last.
buy the golf cart yet?
No, the last step in the process. As you all likely know, the state legislature passed legislation that allows local jurisdictions to designate certain areas where golf carts could be used on local routes. We passed legislation that creates a pilot program. This resolution simply identifies 3 areas within the 5th Council District where that pilot program would be implemented.
Thank you, Councilman Marks. Is there any other comments, questions from the members? All right, is there a motion to approve? So moved. I'll second it. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Resolution 1425.
Mr. Ertel,
Aye.
Mr. Marks,
Aye.
Mr. Young,
Aye.
Mr. Patoka, Mr. Catch,
Aye.
Mr. Jones,
Aye.
Mr. Crandall.
Is that everyone?
That's everyone.
Yes, sir.
So motion 1425 is passed. I think there's going to be some very excited golf cart enthusiasts in Middle River. We have a couple resolutions for introduction. Mr. Secretary, did you?
Yes, sir. The first is Resolution 15-25, sponsored by Councilman Young. This resolution would amend the boundary of the Baltimore National Pike Commercial Revitalization District. This is a companion to the bill that was introduced at the last session in mid-February, so they will both then be voted on at the same time at our next meeting. For introduction only this evening, Resolution 16-25, sponsored by Councilman Ertel. This resolution would approve of support for families and businesses facing unaffordable BGE bills. For introduction only this evening. And finally, Resolution 17-25, sponsored by Councilman Marks. This resolution would establish the White Marsh Commercial Revitalization District. For introduction only.
Councilman Patoka.
Mr. Secretary, Mr. Chair, could you please add me as a sponsor to 1625? And Mr. Chair, I want to congratulate you or thank you for putting this resolution forward. I think it's important that we join our neighboring jurisdictions in the state of Maryland in pressing BG&E from these really, I would say, outrageous or debilitating charges that they're putting forward on our communities and our residents. So I'm pleased to join you on this. I say I'm pleased. I wish we didn't even have to do this resolution, but I think it's the right thing to do. And so please add me as a sponsor.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yes, Councilman Jones.
Mr. Secretary, I wasn't sure if I heard you list me on the resolution. We had a conversation.
Yes, sir. My apologies.
Okay. Make sure you put me on it as well. Thank you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'd like to be added to that resolution as well.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman Marks. Councilman Jones.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilman Ketch.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Listening to that resolution, there's no doubt in my mind that the state of Maryland needs to develop a plan for Maryland in regard to energy. As we all know, 40% of the energy that we use is coming from other states. And we are closing all of the fossil fuel power generating plants by 2030. Yet I don't know of a plan in place where we're going to have enough energy for the future. I know the legislative session is quickly coming to a close. I would like to ask our secretary to, and I appreciate if every member of the council will consider signing it, but a letter to our speaker and to the president of the Senate and the governor requesting that a plan be developed because this issue is not going to get better unless we face it in a rational and reasonable way.
Thank you, Councilman Ketch. And just to add to what you said, you heard, we are not producing, we're only producing about 55 to 60% of the power that we need in Maryland. The state was of the mind that we could increase our green, sustainable energy, and the problem with that is it takes a long time to replace what a power plant produces in order to come up with solar, wind, other sources, hydroelectric. And we really are going to have to figure out what we're going to do, because one of the problems is that it forces us to buy power from the grid, often that is being produced by fossil fuels, and we're buying it at an additional cost because it's marked up because we're buying it from another utility. And At the same time, we have situations like the Piedmont Reliability Project up in northern Baltimore County that actually is not going to help us in Maryland.
Virginia.
It's just power that's running through, power lines that would potentially run through Maryland that are going to Virginia. So we need to come up with a plan as to what we're going to do long-term here and really as soon as possible, because power plants don't materialize in, a year even. It takes a while to do that. And so if anything, all this coming together at once hopefully is going to focus everyone on the utilities, the legislature, the governor, on, what are we going to do moving forward? Because we have a plan right now that is just continuing to pass cost on to the consumers and no viable solutions going forward.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to forward to the council members a report that's 4 years old regarding solar and solar energy. And I think you all find it to be very helpful with any future decisions we have. And I think it'll be very helpful for the state as well to read this report. It's focused on Baltimore City, Baltimore County, and basically it gives suggestions on where we can install solar panels. They talk about buildings, parking lots, etc. And it also talks about how short-sighted it is to place solar panels on farmland that is prime and productive. So this is, I will pass it on to everybody to take a look at. It's very well done. So thank you again, Mr. Chairman.
Absolutely. Thank you, Councilman Ketch. Any other comments? Mr. Secretary, is there any further business to come before the council? Oh, Councilman Marks.
I wanted to note the presence of a former colleague, Councilman Todd Huff.
Yes, Councilman Huff. I'm sorry, I missed you. I saw you back there, and I'm so used to seeing you in Towson that Thanks for being here with us tonight. All right.
There is no further business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned. As is customary, anyone who is registered to speak online or in person prior to the meeting is allowed 3 minutes to speak. Miss Belcastro. You don't look like a mister, I'm sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Chair.
Ms. Belcastro, do we have any speakers this evening?
Yes, we have 2 registered speakers. Our first speaker is Laurie Taylor Mitchell, followed by Fred Homan.
Ms. Taylor Mitchell. You want to come up? Give us a whole. How are you tonight? So you're going to follow up on the energy issue with poverty.
Well, both extremely important, as you know.
Absolutely.
Good evening, members of the County Council. I'm Laurie Taylor Mitchell, founder of the Student Support Network, a nonprofit operating in 21 county schools, providing food, clothing, personal care items, and other necessities for students in need. Poverty in our schools has skyrocketed. 75% of all students in public schools, nearly 83,000 students, live at incomes eligible for free and reduced price meals or farms. At Lochraven High School, where the network began, the poverty rate was about 30%. Now 80% of all students live in poverty. Thank you very much. There are only 15 schools left in Baltimore County where student poverty is less than 30%. We are surrounded by counties with much lower percentages of student poverty, including Carroll County, 27%, Howard County, 30%, and Harford County, 43%. The low income levels are equally shocking. The income to qualify for a free meal in school for a family of 4 cannot exceed about $42,000 a year, but the income needed for basic expenses for a family of 4 in Baltimore County before taxes is over $100,000 a year. Dozens of families wait for over an hour at a network partner high school to get a bag of groceries and household supplies. A local nonprofit just purchased a washer and dryer for a high school because students could not wash and dry their clothing. Poverty has a major effect on academic achievement. Elementary school children eligible for farms scored 25 to 27 percentage points lower in reading and math than students not eligible for farms. Students in poverty also have high rates of chronic absenteeism. Baltimore County schools had the 8th highest rate of chronic absenteeism in the state, 28%, according to a recent report by the Maryland State Department of Education. Thousands of students experience hunger and food insecurity. In 2022-23, nearly 1 in 4 high school students in Baltimore County reported that their families worried that their food money would run out before they got money to buy more. Hungry children and those worrying about when their next meal will be after leaving school, or if they do not have a coat or shoes that fit, cannot learn effectively. BCPS is not responsible for reducing poverty, and BCPS has made a major commitment to alleviate hunger through participating in CEP, in which all students are offered breakfast and lunch free of charge. But 2 meals a day cannot make up for hunger and food insecurity after school, on weekends, on school breaks, and the summer when food insecurity is worse because students do not get meals in school. Meeting basic needs also includes household supplies such as laundry, soap, and light bulbs. In fact, we are currently doing a donation drive for light bulbs to help families with inadequate lighting. The network currently has 30 schools on its waiting list. We urge the council to work with the county executive and the school system to create a county-wide coalition to address the crisis of student poverty with additional resources. Thank you.
Ms. Taylor Mitchell, thank you. Did you want to, I think you said this in your presentation, but in the map here,
Yes.
we've gone to, now Baltimore County is at 75% of students who are receiving free or reduced lunch.
Well,
or
they're living at
meals, not
incomes
just
that
lunch.
make them eligible for free or reduced price meals in school, and those incomes are very, very low. The school system still uses income eligibility for farms, as it's called, as a part of how they determine poverty still, even though students get free meals in school, that those income thresholds are still used as an overall designation of poverty by BCPS and by the state of Maryland in every jurisdiction. So the people who are qualifying for free and reduced price meals, for example, a family of 4, most students qualify for free meals, that income eligibility. A family of 4 can't make more than $42,000 a year. But the current income to make it in Baltimore County before taxes for 2 working adults and 2 children is over $100,000 a year. So that gives you an extent of the severity of the poverty.
And for those who don't have the map in our audience, we're at Baltimore City's at 93%, Baltimore County's second at 75%, Prince George's is at 69%, and then all other counties are, well, Cecil's at 59%, but then a lot are in the 30s and 40s. So this is a concerning issue, and I think we've shot up from what were we 10 years ago about.
Oh, yes. Yes.
60% in 2015.
Yeah, well, in 10 years, it's gone up at least that. I can give you the stats or, how much it's increased, but it's gone up every year since the network was founded over the last 10 years. So it's not going away, and in fact, it's getting worse. And inflation is making everything, as testimony today, it's a horrific effect of food and utility prices on low-income families.
Absolutely. Councilman Patoka?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Ms. Taylor Mitchell, for your testimony. And I just want to thank you for, over the past 10 years and more, you've heightened the awareness of this issue. I will tell you that I didn't know much about it, and you made me a believer in the work that I do. I try to make sure that we're focused on the needs of children in our schools, because I think one of the key things here is this is really not about somebody else. This is about us. This is about the children that live in our county. And I've volunteered for Student Support Network events, made my own personal contributions because you created a believer in someone who was unaware of the issue. And I think that you've done that not only with me, but you've done that with thousands of people. So thank you so much for your vision and addressing the need that really affects our most vulnerable citizens. Question I have, and I don't know the answer, but are you dependent on federal grants at all? Does it trickle down from other agencies?
No, the only federal, well, we received, there was ARPA funding, federal funding that was channeled to, through, well, it was administered by MSDE. We received a large grant last year, which we had to spend completely by the end of last year. So that money is gone. So we do not receive any federal funding, and funding from other, we don't really receive any funding from the state, or extremely limited funding from the county, again, through, let's say, the Baltimore County Community Foundation, which may be administered. But we basically have to raise, every dime that we have to raise that ourselves. And one of the reasons I wanted to come here today is because we have 30 schools on the waiting list. We have no hope of expanding or really maintaining our services. I think it's time for, I hope, a coalition of county and state people to come together and talk about how can we provide more resources for basic needs of students, because really right now, those immediate necessities, I mean, these children are hungry today, they don't have a coat today, and so on. That's really not been part of how to address poverty, these basic needs that make it so difficult for children to succeed academically and in life.
Well, thank you. It's really concerning. We have schools on the waiting list. I hear from, the reason I asked you about the federal grants is I hear from many nonprofit organizations that there's a great deal of uncertainty in terms of what they're going to be able to do when there's a great need out there, especially because if their federal funds dry up, then there's a limited number of resources, and we'll all be pulling from this limited number of resources, including your organization. As you pointed out, prices have escalated to an unbelievable level. If we want eggs for these children, I don't have to tell anybody in this room that the cost is 3 to 4 times what it used to be, and children need to eat eggs and other needs, other essential products. So you can certainly count on me to continue my support and to continue to be a part of the efforts of the School Support Network.
Thank you very much, Councilman Patoka. If I could just say, we have no expectation of federal funding. There's really no uncertainty on that level for us. That's not something that we expect at this point, but if I could quickly say, this is becoming a hindrance for businesses as well, who want to recruit employees who want to come here and they want to send their children to public schools, especially, let's say, K through 12. The thing is, poverty is affecting all students in these schools because the resources are so limited. It stresses the entire system to have this level of poverty without addressing basic needs in a more systemic way. So, thank you.
Thank you again, and again, I'll just close by saying, you made me aware of basic needs that our children have that I was not, even though I'm a parent, I wasn't aware of some of the needs that school children have. And thank you for helping me understand that.
Thank you very much.
Councilman Young?
Did you? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Taylor Mitchell, appreciate the collaboration and work in the past, as well as your efforts at the state level to get attention to the work that you've done and to the students of Baltimore County. I been getting contacted, and I imagine so have my colleagues as well, but maybe it's because District 1 houses CMS and Social Security with the uncertainty associated with jobs and the permanence of positions that folks have had for decades. I can only see, looking at this map, that there's potential burden that's going to be pressed on the system even more so when we have 16,000 employees at CMS and Social Security combined, not counting other jurisdictions and other departments that work and live in Baltimore County. Are you feeling that at this point? Are you seeing concerns from family members as well as folks that are already feeling the pressure of inflation and things that add to those pressures that you're feeling in the school system?
I'm not sure about that. That's definitely coming down the pipe, but we have definitely seen in the last post-COVID, there's been a big increase in the need within the system for food, especially. That's always a top issue, but right behind that are just basic household supplies. I mean, we have, as I mentioned, we have a partner high school. They have a food distribution every 2 weeks. And dozens and dozens of families are lining up for an hour just to get a bag of groceries and household supplies. In fact, one woman would come with her infant, and she had to wait an hour and a half, and the volunteers got together and bought her a stroller because it was such a long time, to hold a baby for that long to wait for that food. But the need is becoming greater and greater, and I think, for these people who are coming down the pipe who are losing their jobs, is it possible that the county could reinstate something like what happened during COVID, when we were distribution points for food on a regular basis, which with funding that was coming from the federal government, but the county was purchasing large quantities of food, which we then distributed on a regular basis. I mean, for everyone who's going to be unemployed in this county in the future and those in need now, the biggest problem is that there's just a patchwork for food distribution. It might be zip code. It might be one morning a week. It might be 2 days a month at a church. There's no dependable place for people to get food, and people need food every day, every week. How could we build out a system where people would know in every district that they could get the food that they needed in order to get through, the week, or especially the end of the month when benefits are running out and so on. So maybe that's something the council could consider trying to work with.
You mentioned in your remarks astutely, too, that the role of BCPS isn't to end poverty, but we often put the burden of dealing with the effects of poverty on the school system. I know that your goal and your mission is, one, to serve our students first, and look forward to honestly engaging with you and your request for us to engage with the school system and with the county executive to put together a comprehensive approach to dealing with poverty that then makes it easier on the school system and for these parents and these families that are just dealing with the effects of poverty when it comes to inflation, potential job loss, and the lack of certainty associated with their source of income. So I appreciate your efforts and look forward to continue to working with you.
Thank you very much, Councilman Young. And also thank you for your insight or repeating that the school system is not responsible for addressing poverty directly. We want teachers to do what they love, to educate. But the hand that we've all been dealt is 83,000 children in poverty. And the effects of poverty are so devastating that the school system has to be, a partner, because they're the ones that know what the kids need and so on. So yes, they definitely need a big place at that table. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, you, Councilman Young. Councilman Ketch, 1 second. We have Councilman Jones has had his hand up for about 10 minutes. Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Taylor Mitchell, I just want to thank you for your advocacy on this issue. This very important issue. It just reminds me years ago when we first started the pilot program to supply the breakfast and lunch to every student in Baltimore County. We did it on a smaller scale, and then we expanded it to everyone. And it just goes to show that there's still much more to be done. I've been very happy and proud to support you in the past. And I guess want to thank you for your advocacy, and I look forward to working with you on this issue. And we continue to move forward to try to make more progress. Thanks.
Thank you, Councilman Jones.
Thanks, Councilman Jones. Councilman Catch?
Yeah, Laurie, I certainly thank you for all the work you've done to try to help families in the county that are suffering from issues of poverty. Something you said, you hit the nail right on the head when you said that businesses looking for locations to move their business or create a business, one of the things they look at are the schools. And so that is a very important element of economic development. A good thing I want to let you know is, I'm very familiar with the schools, having been a teacher. And I was in a school 2 months ago, and I noticed that very few students who went through the lunch line actually dumped their lunch once they got it. That was a real problem at one time. And I'm glad that our students are beginning to understand the importance of having a balanced lunch and a balanced breakfast each and every day. Is Mr. Croner there? Brad, is he there?
Brad is not here tonight. Mr. Croner, oh, he's online.
He's online. Okay, I'd like to ask Mr. Croner if he would set up a meeting with the county executive and a representative of the school board with Laurie Taylor Mitchell and representatives of her group to bring more attention to this issue. There are issues and there are issues out there. Some are extremely important and vital. This is one of them. This is one of those very important issues. And I think that a meeting with the new county executive and the school system would be very useful and valuable. So again, Laurie, thank you so much for all you've done. And I want to thank all the people in your organization, all the volunteer work that they've put into it. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. I would like to just follow up with a couple of things you said, that more students were coming through the line and not dumping their lunches. I think there are two factors of interest to note there. One, the Office of Food and Nutrition in BCPS has done a wonderful job in the last few years of improving the quality of the food and making sure that it's nutritious, number one. And number two, some of you may have heard the term lunch shaming. A lot of children who couldn't afford food would simply not eat. They wouldn't go through the lunch line because if they couldn't pay, they all got the same food. And so everybody knew who the poor kids were, and they were humiliated at times, and so they simply wouldn't eat. So that's one of the great things about CEP, is that you can go through and everybody gets the same food. And also the poverty level is higher. Children are hungry and they're eating more. So that's all to the good. Thank you.
And I just appreciate all that you've done. I guess they don't have pizza and French fries anymore.
Well, I can't speak to that.
I seriously doubt that, Councilman Catch.
That always used to get me. I think, oh my gosh, we're serving pizza and French fries. I guess, I don't think that's very healthy, but that's my opinion. So, but I loved it.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. Thank you, Dr. Taylor Mitchell. We appreciate you coming in tonight and
Thank you very
working
much.
so hard on this pervasive issue.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
I just wanted to note, Mr. Croner did send me a message in the chat and said to let Councilman Catch know that he would be happy to set something up.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
I'd like
Councilman
to
Catch.
note that Dr. Laurie Taylor Mitchell is a 3rd District resident. And so we only
And we know what that means, Councilman Catch.
we have only the best.
Well, she is the best. I don't know if it's because she's in your district, but.
I know, that is why, you're right.
All right, Ms. Belcastro, next speaker, please.
Our next speaker is Fred Homan, who is here in
Mr.
person.
Homan, how are you tonight? Good, how are you? Good, good seeing you.
As you might expect, I'm back again to talk about transparency and Terabasi. Since I was last here to talk about the unlawful payment made by the Ochesky administration to Philip Terabasi, I've read articles about the county's difficult budget situation. County executive has said that she's not going to be able to afford full funding of the Department of Education's budget, and Director Reed has said that he has budget requests that exceed available revenues by $60 million. That made me wonder if County Attorney Benjamin has advised County Executive Klaus Meyer she's already started spending money on the Terabasi matter herself. That's right. Your attorney is preparing for another hearing in Circuit Court in a few weeks, and given the position the county has taken, there'll be 1 or 2 more hearings after that, then maybe an appeal. During that period, the county's law firm, Baker Donaldson, should be able to use up the remaining $175,000 available to them. Just to catch everyone up, the Ochesky administration spent approximately $400,000 of public funds on 2 law firms in an attempt to cover up the unlawful settlement agreement and the $83,000 payment to Terabasi. They lost the case over a year ago, but there is still about $175,000 available under the contract with Baker Donaldson. And you know, $175,000 is enough to pay for 2 full-time teachers with benefits, but it's also money that could be used to help poverty in the schools. Up to this point, the county's, but I should point out, though, however, that how you spend that money is really a question of priorities. Right? And obviously, up to this point, the county's priorities have been about keeping the public in the dark that Ochesky knew he was violating state law, but did it anyway to give his friend $83,000. That fact will be revealed in documents still being withheld. How do I know that? Well, as I've already written to you, documents revealed from the lawsuit show that County Attorney Benjamin, County Administrative Officer Rogers, Director Blades, and Chief of Staff Murray all knew state law was violated. And they had regular meetings with Ochesky to brief him on the matter. And then there's the Inspector General, as I mentioned to you last time I was here. Well, I've written to you about the fact that she omitted law and facts from the report. I also pointed out that she made a reference to emails between Mr. Benjamin and the former county executive dating back to April 2020. According to the IG, Mr. Benjamin asked for approval to sign the settlement agreement, and Ochesky emailed his approval. And that happened despite the fact that the IG, in her report, stated that Mr. Benjamin had full authority and didn't need anyone's approval to make a liability payment. But he asked for the county executive's approval anyway. That indicates, as I said to you last time, that Mr. Benjamin is no fool. So I might ask the council members if any of you requested and reviewed any of those documents. They're right in the IG's report, reference to April emails between the county attorney and the county executive, during which time, as a lawyer, Mr. Benjamin would have advised the county executive, although he'd been opportunity to advise many times, that they were violating state law. Have any of you asked, can I ask if any of you have looked at those documents? I have. Have you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Would you care to speak about them now, or do you?
It's one of those documents where you read it, and kind of the sense of what do we do with this?
Well, I think what you do at this point is you let the public know exactly what happened. You release the documents, right? They violated, the county executive violated state law. And for those of you in office who want to run for office, particularly those of you that want to run for county executive, how can you possibly sit by and say that that's acceptable? It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. I mean, think about it for a second. Your own IG, right, in her report said that it was understandable that a county official would falsify a public document identifying the man as Doe instead of Terabasi. How can that possibly stand with you? How can it? How is the public to know how many other documents have been falsified? That the Inspector General never said a word about, because in her mind it's understandable. That makes no sense to me, and it makes no sense to you either, I believe. But somehow up to this point, I don't know whether it's loyalty or whatever it is, somehow at this point, you think it's up to this point, it's been more important to protect the county executive than it is to tell the public the truth. That can't be. And for those of you running for county executive, I don't think any of you want the public to think that that's how you want to do business. How can you reach out and ask people to vote for you if that's what they are to believe is the way business is being conducted in this county? I've used up my time. Thank you. But I'll be back. There are other items in that report that need to be talked about, but you need to take positions on.
Thank you, Mr. Homan.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night. Ms. Belcastro, any other speakers? Okay, I guess we are wrapped for the night. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Be careful going.